Welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome to today's live stream. So let me know if the video and audio are good. Then we can start. We can also wait for people to join, and then we shoot off. And all right, so let's start. We have here. Welcome. We have Gio, my friend. How are you, man? Uh, okay. So I'm gonna start with Bitcoin, uh, and then we are going to have chart requests. Prepare your tickers. I'm gonna take a look at them, of course. Now, yeah, I'm feeling much better. Still, I'm kind of, I couldn't find my voice. I mean, it's still not great, but I mean much better. That. uh, all right. So let's start with Bitcoin. Now we're at a pretty interesting spot, right? Welcome, Erica. Um, uh, Let me actually start. Okay, so on the daily chart, of course, this is the all-time high, right? And if you have followed my calls and posts in the Bear Nest, I share we have a long open from here, right? So 60-ish zone is our entry, and currently, I mean, we took profit, of course, on the way up, but I haven't closed the position yet, just because I think this chart looks pretty neutral to me. I mean, of course, here it was massively bullish. We were in the we made a deviation outside the range and the value area. So when we find acceptance inside, we took a long at the retest, and of course we took some profit at the POC and the value area high. Now if we extend the volume profile, you see that the levels I mean changed slightly, but one important thing is that we pretty much got the same trigger, just like what we got here. But the reason that I didn't call for a short was because we didn't make a new high, right? So this right here was the high that I was looking. Okay, and I didn't really get a swing failure of this high. That's why I kind of missed this move. I mean, I haven't lost much, right? I mean, it's like what, 6%. It's still fine, but so the first reason was because we didn't make a high higher than this high, and the fact that we left these equal highs behind, right? Now on I know on some charts we didn't even make this swing failure. So yeah, I mean, of course this move right here is just not what I would look for if I'm opening a long position. Now keep in mind that we're like even right now we're 10% below the all-time high, and in order to short I need better setups. So I'm more than happy if I just got faded in this move. Honestly, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not happy, but I don't really care as well. So yeah, right now I think this right here, just like this overall range that we got, this right here makes a pretty interesting range as well. So I'm gonna remove this, and we are going to talk about this local range now. So okay, this is the range high, and range low is this one, right? So the high, the low after the high. Okay. Now if we add the volume profile for this range, um, pretty standard, right? So we got the deviation here. Once we got the retest, I mean, I can invert the chart for you. So deviation, acceptance inside, retest of the value area low, and then our target is the other extreme, right? Now, so same thing, basically same principles like the long that we got from here, but again, I didn't really take the short here because we left these equal highs, and it doesn't really matter for me. And right now, I mean, we kind of made the same thing, right? So yesterday's move was a pretty interesting one. Jimmy called the trade. I had the same thoughts I shared in my channel. I didn't share the official call, but I mean, it was fine. Jimmy called it. You can check it out in my channel, of course. So along from here, target new value area, I mean, you can see that we made the deviation, retest, the target is the value area high, basically. Okay, and we're doing the same thing right now as well, right? So right now, in order for me to take a long position on BTC, I would need Bitcoin to find acceptance inside the range. Now, of course, one thing that I like to see here is a swing failure of this low. Okay, this right here is not a perfect low, right? If you know TPO and followed the principles that I share about TPO, we don't like lows that look like this. I mean, the principle is basically same as equal lows, right? But this is considered a poor low, right? So a swing failure of this low, if we come to this level, 65,200 almost, so, and do this, right? This right here is the perfect entry for a long for me, and then my target would be a new all-time high, right? I mean, that's a greedy one. Of course, the target is the equal highs, but I would keep the position open. So so a trade here, stop loss here. The target would be the new all-time high. Of course, we take profit at the value area high and the equal highs, and of course the POC. But this position right here is what I'm looking for swing long on Bitcoin. Now there are concerns as well. We're going to talk about it soon. Now the first thing that I want to mention is that, so I've been talking about the market profiles on the weekly time frame. So each one of these profiles is showing 1 week, right? So I've been saying that this whole move is bullish, simply because we're making higher value areas, right? And I'm going to do the boring thing again. So the value area is higher here, okay, higher here. The value area is higher here. So for these 3 weeks we were fine, and then the next week opens. I mean, same thing. The next week, I mean, it's kind of an inside bar. I mean, we don't really care about it because it can make a composite profile. And then the next one, which is the previous weeks, right? Made a new made the value area higher than the previous one. So this whole move was fine, but this current week's profile does not look great, right? Now I know we still have time. It's Thursday today. We have at least 3 days, right? But if the weekly closes like this, I would argue that the trend on the weekly in terms of the market profile has changed, right? So keep that in mind as well. Now the daily TPOs, I mean, I mean, yesterday kind of baited everyone, right? But I mean, all that happened was we closed we closed here. Um, Today we came down, took this poor low here at like 66,900. Okay, and right now BTC is doing its best to reverse here, but I would be I would sit patient uh, in terms of any positions, especially that we're heading to the weekend as well. Uh, unless we start getting something like this, right? So this value area is very important for me in order for me to take any trade, right? Right now, I mean, this is the only setup that I can see. Okay, let's see if we have questions. um so guys, drop your tickers. If you have any interesting altcoins or anything, I would take a look. Um, okay, excuse me. So yeah, let's now take a look at ETH. You probably know that I hate the price action on ETH. Uh, because every single low that we got is just got front run. We're just, yeah, Rico. I mean, every stream something like this happens, right? Uh, so all these lows got kind of front run. Not the best environment for me and my style. But like, the only reason that we care about ETH is that first is the ETF narrative, right? And the second is that it's currently about 20% below its local high, and about 40% below its all-time high. Now BTC made a new all-time high already, so usually, I mean, ETH is going to follow. So yeah, looking at ETH in order to take position is not a bad idea here. Okay, but again, that doesn't change the fact that I hate the price action here. The life of swans seems to me like the market makers are doing what they like with the price action. When it will stop is anyone. I mean, yeah, I mean, so we got, I tweeted today about the open interest drop. We got around 1 billion worth of open interest drop, which is a lot, honestly, on in one day. The price moved 6%, minus 6%, and we got 1 billion OI closing. Is honestly healthy. I don't think it's the market makers. I think retails are being stupid as well here. Yeah, but yeah, I read your mind. So ETH is currently, honestly, it's at no man's land here. I mean, removing all these levels, I mean, what the heck is this? I mean, this to be fair, this right here was a nice setup. We got swing failure here, right? Acceptance, retest of the value area high, and then the trigger for a short. I didn't take this short on ETH, but I did take it on Sol. Not this one, but yeah, this one. I shared it in my channel inside the Bearmans, right? Same thing happened on Sol as well. But yeah, I just to be fair, this setup was kind of looking good, but right now I don't have any interest in ETH. So probably, I mean, when you get something like this, adding a fib to see where the golden pocket is. I mean, people in crypto care about golden pocket a lot, market makers and every other people. So yeah, I don't have any points of interest in on ETH other than this golden pocket, which we don't have a lot of confluence on it. So I wouldn't like preset orders or anything here, but it's a nice level to be aware of. But if I get a good position on ETH, I would probably keep it open until because it has lots of potential. John Smith. What about OP? OP. Can you hear the music, by the way, guys? I mean, this is not the typical music that I listen to, but I mean, the copyright thing kind of makes us to listen to these cafe music. OP. So uh classic. I mean, look at this. Is it? Yeah, you probably, I mean, your favorite influencer is probably drawing something like this and asking you to buy here, but it's not what's going to happen, I think. I think this whole thing is I think this trend is kind of done, to be honest. Because if we were to, I mean, this is the range low here, right? And this is the range high. If you look at this as a range, I mean, we made the deviation above, and we're currently inside. We retested the range high. We don't need a profile for this as well. We're currently heading down. Now the best target for a short, or we're not shorting anything on the weekly time frame, right? But the best place for a long for me on OP is here at the range low, right? And I'm not saying that we're dropping there. I'm not saying that we're dropping like what 80%, but I'm saying this is a high probability setup. If we get this, I would risk a portion of my portfolio on OP, right? But of course we're going to look at the more local price action as well. But this right here is kind of a perfect example of a high time frame ranging environment, right? But let's add the profile just for the sake of, yeah, I mean, I told you we don't need the profile, but even the volume profile is confirming what we talked about, right? We're currently inside the value area. Now seems like OP has the tendency of not taking out the other extreme of the profile like we had here. It kind of front run the value area. I mean, it definitely should be, I mean, something like this. Yeah, I mean, at the POC we got the run at the POC. So yeah, I mean, either this or this on OP is going to be a best setup for me to take along. But for this one, I mean, this is not the best and perfect one. I kind of want to long, especially for a long time holding. I want to buy things that are cheap or at their cheapest price, right? Buying here is I mean kind of meh because we're at no man's land. But since we got a nice reaction off of the POC here, we are probably going to do this because I mean yeah I mean this is fine. Of course we can add the thing as well, but we need to turn the logarithmic on, I think, because it's just too much of yeah. No confluence really. So more locally, let's take a look at the daily. I mean, we just got the range that we currently broke to the downside. This was our range, daily range. Broke to the downside, retested it once, twice, going down. Right now, the best target or point of interest is this low, and looks like it's going to take out the low. So that's all I got to say about OP. What else, guys? What else? Let me know. Let me know. So Doge. I mean, we made a low. I mean, looks nice. Looks nice. I like charts like this, right? Swing failure. SFE. Right. Currently back inside the range. I mean, this line looks nice. Stop loss here. Target the value area. Swing line. 4R almost. Looks clean. This Doge long looks clean. I might call it myself or take it. I would take it, I think. But about the call, I mean, BTC is kind of at a shaky position, but some also looking good, like these ones that I got here. Algo looks good. I was looking at it. Yeah, we made my reasoning is basically because we made a new low, right? So if an acceptance inside the value area would be a long. The only difference is that Doge already made the pump inside the value area, right? I and J is just a beast. I have this position from here also shared with the members, right? And it's the only setup that is working out greatly for me. These setups is pumping like crazy, especially I mean let's turn everything off. I mean, look at this. We got this range, right? Just like what we got on OP, right? We broke it to the downside, retest, second retest, and we're currently inside that range, right? Look at this. The yesterday's pump just kind of price close inside the range, the range that we broke. And by the way, this is 12 hours, so this is like what? This is a pretty. This is like 100 days, 120 days range, right? So I'm just keeping this position open because it looks good. Now Erica is asking about Sol. You see what I was looking for yesterday, right? yesterday I was looking for a close inside the value area. Of course we didn't get it, so no triggers. But yeah, I mean lots of confluences at this levels here, kinda. So usually this is going to be an interesting thing that I find on charts like this, right? So so you have two ranges basically, right? So this is one range and this is another one, right? And this line is basically dividing these two ranges. Now the origin of this, so this is the highest, this is the high of this range, right? Yeah, market. The origin of this move is here, this one, right? I mean, of course it's a zone. I'm not saying it's this level exactly. The origin is basically this one, for all the ICT traders. This is the order block, right? So but I don't like to call it any specific name like an order block, because I want the reasoning behind it. This is the origin of this pump because it's visually obvious, right? This range kind of created this high and this move. All right, so the point that I wanted to say is that whenever the range at the top gets broken right here, usually the target is going to be the origin of this move, right? And you see that this is exactly what we're getting. I think we still have a little bit of potential as well. So why this matters? I mean, of course on 4 hour it doesn't matter really, right? But if you go lower on time frame, let me adjust the, let me mark the level. So this is the highest point of this origin, right? So if you have all this information in your analysis, okay, and you know what's going on at these levels, usually when you lose the range, you can take a scalp or swing short based on your time frame, right, at the broken point and target the origin. So it gives you a 3.5 hour trade, right? So I just want to talk about how you can analyze the market based on all the ranges that you got. And I think Sol is just a perfect, it's been a perfect example since a long time. So yeah, right now this level, of course we have a bad low here, right, Erica? This low is not the greatest. So the best thing that I can think of is to take out the origin. Okay, come up, do this for the highest move. Of course we care about the value area as well, right? So the profile are basically the same thing, same as here. So if we take out all these lows, we come here, the structure is going to shift as well, right? So clean setup here if we get something like this. Gio is asking about TRB. Yeah, you see that I labeled it here, right? Now I'm talking with Chris, right, about the fundamentals of TRB. He's been traveling, but like I can see a perfect, just a perfect setup on TRB, right? Do I have 3 days? So this is just a perfect spot setup on TRB. Sorry. Right, so we made a new low here, This is the range low, by the way, right? This is the range high. I mean, this chart looks awful because of this huge wick, but range high is this one. Range low is this one. We got a deviation. The structure is bullish, so we got a POS here. Right, and now this retest of the range that created the low is just perfect for me, right? So maybe the dollar cost averaging into a position on TRB is not a bad idea, but I'm not sure about the fundamentals, honestly. Like, getting a wick like this wick, I mean, it goes from almost 600 to what, to 200 in one day. I'm not sure if I want to hold this position for a long time, because we're looking at 3 days or daily set time frame, so we're going to hold it for a while in order for this to happen. But yeah, I'm not sure honestly about the fundamentals. I'm talking with Chris. He said he's going to need to look at his previous reports about TRB. I'm probably going to update it on my channel. Bart J is asking XRP. Oh, of course, man. XRP army in the chat. Oh my god. Look at this. Yeah, the arrow. Look at the arrow here. Oh, this is the SE. This is the court thing. I remember. Yeah. CVD was going up like crazy. That's why I said I remember this exactly. I was looking at CVD and I said, okay, CVD is pumping like crazy. A long for me would be off of the POC, not the value area. Okay, so more local though. Let's remove everything. Oh, you probably have something like this, and you think that the trend line is broken, the weekly trend line is broken, so something like this. But no, that's just wrong in my opinion. What you care about is in a range like this is is the liquidity heat map, or liquidity, where people actually put their stop losses and everything. So we got a nice move here off of the origin of this huge move, right? Sure, that's fine, but we still have massive liquidity levels that haven't been tagged before, right? So this level right here, 28, I remember 28 was being a nice SR level from here that we were trading XRP. I mean, in 2020 and 2021, XRP was just the best price action that you could find in crypto along with BTC and ETH, right? There was nothing else. I mean, there was EOS and like Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, but I mean, XRP was a great one for traders. So I remember 28, 29, 30 even, right? This zone. You see that how reactive it was. So what I'm looking for is, I would add the volume profile, okay, and two volume gaps here, but what I would care is a deviation outside the value area and the volume range, then the acceptance, then a long from here to here. Of course, then if you get I don't trade futures on weekly time frame, right? This is going to be a spot trade, and on a spot, I would keep some of the position open if I get this entry. I mean, this is just the ideal entry that you could get. Okay. uh yeah, this is all I'm seeing for XRP. uh Other than that, I mean, nothing much. I mean, nothing to the upside. Oh yeah, that's the only setup that I can see that I would care if happens. I would actually consider buying XRP at 30. Yeah, 30 cents it would look good. Targeting $2 for this time, because people got massively front run here. uh uh, Algo. Now Algo is one of those setups, those coins that I've heard that has bullish narrative and bullish events and stuff. So that's why I labeled it. I'm watching it. I don't have any positions yet, and you basically know what I'm looking for, right? Deviation here. This is what I'm looking for on Algo. Orb. I've been looking for something like this, of course, never given. So I don't have any positions yet, but yeah, if we get a pushback inside the value area, I would consider a buy, a long. One other thing is that the value area is resting at $1 level, right? So psychological factor is also involved. Then we have FET. I mean, FET. I called for a long yesterday. Not reacting great. To be totally fair. I would close the position if we get a 4-hour close below this level that I've marked. So I'm close. I would close the position at 0.5 hour. And just sit on my hands to see what's going on. I already have a Doge, INJ, and Bitcoin position open, and I mean, I'm fine with them right now. But yeah, FET was looking good yesterday, but didn't really get the push to the upside. So I don't really like the reaction that I'm seeing. It hasn't invalidated yet, but if we get a 4-hour close below here, I would probably close it. So how long have? It's been 45 minutes. I would probably take a look at a couple of more charts and then close the stream. If you have any requests, drop them in the chat. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at Dixie. So interesting price action on Dixie. This is the weekly daily 3 days time frame, right? Deviation, another deviation here. So okay, so we just these range high at 100 and 105 is just the most important levels right now. Okay, we made a nice deviation. I mean, similar to this one that we got in 2023. As long as we're below the this level 105.5, I think it it still looks good, right? But to be fair, I don't like a close above. I don't like it going above 105, 106 level. Uh, so yeah, I think if it would make a lot of sense if we just retest this level and then go back, make a new lows. Uh, that's what we that's what we got here, but I mean another one would be also acceptable, right? So a retest of this level, going back to make a low lower than this low would be the ideal scenario. But I mean indices are pumping like crazy, right? So everything is just making a new all-time high. uh, so yeah, I would prefer for Dixie to also find resistance here and just go and make a new low. She always asking about WIF. I don't know if it's a WIF or what, but let's take a look. 4 months of or price action only. um, this level is retested. Okay. Okay. A nice price action. Okay. Um, this is the most important level, origin of the all-time high, right? Same thing. This is the all-time high. This is the origin of the all-time high. Also in confluence with this order block and everything that you know, Geo. But let's add the overall profile. I mean, yeah, that's just perfect, right? So what you look for, what you would or you should or I would look for is that just a retest of the origin that I mean got front run here and here, right? So why that's important is because we also take out the liquidities here as well. So yeah, a deviation here, then acceptance. You just take the long here at this end, at the retest, right? So basically, you want to buy it at 2, but that's not this simple, right? You need 3 years and everything, but below, I mean 2 or below 2 is just where you should have your alerts and you should be monitoring this price action. Other than that, I mean if you don't get this, they already made no new low here. So other than, I mean, scenario number 2 is to flip the POC and then go higher, but it's not the perfect one. You need to be very careful about taking a position like this, because essentially you're buying at no man's land, you're buying at the POC. No one really likes to open position at the POC. But I mean, if you're targeting a new all-time high, it's still worth a trade. But yeah, 2 scenarios. The perfect one is here is at sub 2 basically. 100k. I've been buying a stacks as these fast. Where when BTC moves similar to INJ chart, can take a yeah, for sure, man. Oh. Oh, okay, nice. So seems like around May I made this chart. So basically what I was looking for was there was a low here, right? So I remember that I was saying a retest of the order block would be great, but we didn't really get it, right? We just made a new deviation, come back above, push like crazy. Is it? I mean, not really crazy, but 30% is still perfect in 2 days, right? So right now, yeah, still this order block looks nice. You know, if we get like, if we start to get bearish moves on BTC and everything just goes down and kind of consolidates for the summer, because that scenario is also on the table. I would set some alerts on this order block, which is untested as well, right? Yeah, also in confluence with the golden pocket. Crypto people care about the golden pocket a lot, right? So if you're kind of buying or dollar cost averaging, I would if I would do that, I would buy more here even, right? But for now, I like the price action here. I like the price action here. I think it's kinda looks like it's going to reverse. Of course, you want to hold this range, right? So you want to hold this range, and then go high. This is your first target, and the all-time high. I'm sure if we add the profile, it would give us kind of the same results. Yeah, I mean, look at that. So you want to hold the POC basically. First target is the value area high, and the second target is the new is a new high. But it looks good. If you already have a position, your invalidation point is basically a close below the point of control. But if you ask me, I think this chart looks like it wants to reverse here if Bitcoin lets it. But yeah, currently engulfing the previous daily candle. What I mean, who cares really? As long as we're above this orange box, I think it looks good. Also, again, $2. So this bull market strategy is just discovered. Just buy everything at $2. Total. The total chart is interesting. So this is the range high, obviously, right? Deviation retest. This is just the peak of the bull run 2021. Right now we're struggling hard at this 2.5 trillion level. But I think lower time frame. I know this green box that I have is a wide one, is a big one. We don't really want zones like this, but we're not exactly trading total, right? If we hold this green box, I think crypto is safe. You're going to find lots of opportunities. But when we were here, I was pretty concerned. Right now, I mean, nothing really. It's nothing special really. It can come down to this level as well. Technically, it would all make sense still at 2.3. Right? But it still looks good in my opinion. Even if we get a little push to the downside, it would look healthier as well, then a new all-time high would be perfect. Yeah, you're welcome, 100k. You're welcome, always. So what else, guys? I'm going to close the stream in about 5 minutes, but if you have any last questions or charts for me, you can drop them in the chat. I've covered Sol, Algo, all these, also Doge. Let's see what else, what interesting. Do I have anything labeled here? No, not really. Let's look at total 2. Yeah, so I've been watching this order block here, right? Same thing as like total the previous chart, right? We basically want this green zone to hold. I think this one got a little bit of leeway. I mean, we can come to retest this level, the origin of this move, right? So a little move to the downside and then move up would make sense here. But yeah, still, I don't think this chart is bearish yet, so there's no reason to be generally bearish. Anderson is asking about Doge. I covered Doge, man, but I would have a look again. So this is what I'm looking for on Doge, right? Now BTC is kinda not at a greater spot. It's so, and we're heading to the weekend, so I'm not saying that this is a high probability setup, right? But it looks good in terms of the price action. All right, so you have a swing failure of the previous move here, right? Perfect. And then Doge is currently back inside the value area, right? So this is the value area. We made a swing failure and currently back inside. If it holds inside the value area, I think a long from here targeting this, targeting the value area high would make sense. But yeah, especially that the value area high got front run in this move, so we're probably going to get a move to value area high this time. But again, if BTC kind of tries to go lower, this setup just gets invalidated, which is fine. I mean, risk management is always the key in trading, right? This is a swing trade, so you should be careful with your risk and manage it properly. But yeah, this is a setup that I can see on Doge. Same setup on BTC, right? So basically whatever BTC does here, Doge will follow. Now, as I said, I kind of prefer BTC going lower here, right? Testing this level, this 65.2 is the ideal scenario for me. But it can just goes inside the value area, retests the value area low and goes higher, sorry. But this is the ideal scenario. Now we have already a long position on BTC, me and the members in the Bear Nest, from here 60, so we're pretty safe. But yeah, I would look for an add or another position on BTC if we get this setup, basically. All right, so all right guys, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We currently have 1.5k viewers actually, across all the platforms, YouTube, Twitter, and other places. But uh, yeah, thanks for tuning in. uh, if you like what I said and like to get educated, you can always just go to therebrance.com website and look at all our products to see which one fits you. uh, and other than that, thanks for tuning in and have a good one. Bye bye.